Okay, good morning everyone. Aloha. So we're gonna start today's Kigan service with reciting the two words spoken by Buddha together. Let us take a bow to Lord Alcantara statue. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Okawa. There used to be the light in the great universe, the light with the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love, or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom, or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls, rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means just a boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat, so you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to plant in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are not the expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days, or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go steadily on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your paths have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will shine light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command. There shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world. Utopia shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believing in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believe in that the light has reality. Believe in that love has reality. Believe in that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Okay, thank you for joining today. This book that was found in the master's storage that kept his memory from the childhood in his house right now. So last year, the wife of Master Hokawa found the script of this book written in Master's 25th to 28th years old. So this is the very first book of Happy Science. This should have been like that. But any other spiritual messages were the first books of Happy Science. I guess that's because there was not a time to understand this teaching while he's founding Happy Science at his 30 years old age. And then people are older than him at the moment in 1986. So that's too early to publish this book in the heavenly plan. And then now we are facing at the moment to open these pages. So precious moment this is. And then we are now learning about this book. Precisely this service is the third service of learning this book. Then we go to chapter 4 and chapter 5. Right? So today's chapter 4, Love and My Mission. This is quite precious content. So let's go precisely opening the pages, the core parts of the 4th chapter. Let's go. First, I'll show you the section, The Genius of Love, written in 1984 on August 3rd. Yeah, around this time of a year. There is a way in which every one of us can become a genius through our efforts. It is by digging up the genius of love buried in our hearts. Genius of Love. What a great title it is. When the medal named Genius of Love is hung around your neck, you will find the following words inscribed on its back. This person is a genius of love because, as a result of exploring the inner self, this person has found that their very existence is love itself and has made others aware of it as well. Yes, this is the first section about genius of love. The next will be, so this reminds us of finding our inner diamond named divine nature or Buddha nature or God's nature within us. It's connected to God directly. It's the proof of us connected to God. The same essence within it. Then we can say we are child of God, Buddha here. This is a very thought of him before Happy Science was found, 1986, yes. And go next. The loss of love, the anxiety over love, the time when you are forsaken by the world, right? So this is going back to the time a little bit from the previous section, 1984, June 16 and 17. The first case in which people feel they have been forsaken by the world is when they are abandoned by someone they love. My advice is this: when you're abandoned by your loved one, keep your lips sealed like a clam and endure the days bearing a heart as heavy as lead for the time being. On one hand, to reshape your weak character that tries to trumpet your misfortune and indulge in self-pity. On the other hand, to buy time so you can fully taste the sour lemon your life has given you and make lemonade out of it. When you are abandoned by the one you love, you have no choice but to wait for the time and circumstances to change and lead you in a different direction. But the answer to the way out lies in how you can deepen the understanding of yourself during that time. This is a challenge each one of you is entrusted with. Right? This is a master's way to endure the setbacks in his age, 28. The second case, when people feel forsaken by the world, is when they are misunderstood and ridiculed by their own family, their friends, and the general public. There's a saying, How can swallows and sparrows understand ambitions of wild swans? Usually, the potential of an ambitious young man is nipped in the bud by the thoughtless criticisms of those around him who believe they know everything about him. What is more, this problem gets even more difficult because whether the young man is a wild swan or not is mostly determined later by the results he achieves. And it's most impossible at the time for even the young man himself to be convinced that he is a wild swan, even if he believes he's a wild swan. The stronger his conviction, the more he will be misunderstood or ridiculed. Yeah, I guess this is where Master stood at the moment in his 28 years old, working in the trading house as a executive to be. And he thought he's quitting his job to found new religion in his 20s. Can you guess? In this chapter, his deeper inner feeling is in it. So please read it through from the words that I'm introducing. The third case, when people feel they have been forsaken by the world, is when they feel they are standing alone on untrodden ground. A great example of this would be Jesus Christ. I believe he too must have felt he had been forsaken by the world. Nonetheless, I do not think it was when he was being crucified on Golgotha then that he really felt he was abandoned by the world. I believe it was when he was praying to God in Gethsemane, while sweating blood, that his lofty solitude reached its peak. He was aware he was a savior, but he also knew his fate of being put to death along with criminals the next day. Was there anyone, even one person, who had ever experienced such a contradiction of life? Precisely at the moment, Jesus was at the peak of lofty solitude or total isolation and was standing alone on untrodden ground. When I think of the time when one is forsaken by the world, I cannot forget the image of Jesus praying and sweating blood in Gethsemane. Yeah, this can be done by only who knows Jesus Christ's situations, right? Master Ihokawa, before founding Happy Science at the moment back then, was the very situation as Jesus Christ was in. Yeah. Then he wrote this poem after working most busiest days in trading house. At the midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I don't know, but with deep fatigue in his body, but he is trying to be a savior like Jesus Christ in his 28. Yeah, like Jesus Christ started his activities the same age, around the same age. Yeah, he imagined Jesus Christ himself. We can see from this poem. Then, the time when you are forsaken by the world is a time of sadness. It is at this time of sadness, however, that your soul is being tested. It is also a moment that will inspire the later generations. When you are forsaken by the world, you stand empty-handed. There is nothing to adorn you, and there is no one to side with you. However, platinum shines most brilliantly when it is put in blazing fire. When you feel you are forsaken by the world, perhaps you should ask yourself if you are standing at the turning point in life or are in a revolutionary period for humanity. You can see it as encouragement towards himself at the moment back then, right? This way you can feel his heart to be a savior here. This is a time to understand his inner self. At the moment, like him, we are the same inner brilliant self within us, right? You are destined to save the world with Savior on this world. Please feel his heart together. Dear wife to be, to my wife to be, this is a great poem that is like a prediction for this book to be published right now. Let's go. Dear wife to be, I, who am to be your husband, am firmly determined to live a life of love and service to others. Hopefully, you too will resolve to be a light of this world and to light up one corner of the world, even little. Dear wife to be, the life of a human being is like a short-lived sparkler of only 60, 70 years. But let us make good use of this little opportunity that God has given us to make our souls shine brighter. Let us use this limited time to make people happy. Dear wife to be, I once read this story. A man had a dream. In it, well-known philosophers and saints were gathering in the world of God, each admiring the brightly shining diamond called truth. However, one of the philosophers carelessly let the diamond of truth slip from his hand. It fell onto the earth and shattered into small pieces. People on the earth picked up the small fragments of the diamond, each claiming that the piece they found is the world's best diamond of truth. Dear wife to be, do you understand the meaning of this dream? So, folks online, do you understand the meaning of the dream? This is, again, written in his 28 years old. Master is master. And at the moment, master back then was master himself already. You see? So this is his mission. Each small pieces of the fallen and scattered diamond is called Christianity in one place, Buddhism in another place, Greek philosophy in yet another, and Confucianism and modern German idealistic philosophy elsewhere. Dear wife to be, my work in this world is to pick up all the scattered pieces of the diamond and let people know and believe that the real diamond of truth is far bigger and far more wonderful than these small pieces. This is what we are doing right now in this Christianity society. Christianity is one piece of God's truth, one aspect of the truth. And we are understanding the perspective of God, from God's view, integrating all the scattered diamonds aspects as one. And we can see God's heart as a total whole picture. This is happy science movement. Yes. This is his determination before he founded happy science. His heart is always like this, always merciful, giving and loving all the time in his lifetime, from his childhood even. You can see it in his poem. Yeah, that is not published yet in English, but we can see it even at least from this poem. So please know his determination and mission in this world, and to get together our strengths to save the world with him within his living on earth. Let's go to the chapter 5, Love and the Spirit World. So we can take the only time to go to the core part only. And I set aside the time to go deeper into the evil spirits and devils in this chapter. This will be in the future. Today, we're gonna go into the developmental stages of love from the perspective of the spiritual stages in the spirit world that was written for the first time in this world. This is the very script, very precious one. So on spiritual stages and on equality, this is written in 1984. He's 28 years old, May 20th. Conventional religions have seen the earthly world we live in as a temporary world, and the afterworld as a real world, the other world. However, as I kept on analyzing the messages from the spirit world, I began to feel that it is somewhat unreasonable to recognize the entire afterworld as a real world. That is because even in the world called the real world, there are realms of real sufferings below the earthly world, as well as noble realms where inhabitants are less and less conscious of earthly life. So, first, I would like to describe the different stages in the afterworld. As far as I understand, this is connected to the developmental stages of love he described in this book. At the same time, he described in this book, in this chapter, in this section, about the stages of spirit world like this. So this world is a third dimensional world, as you know, and there are stages after life, after this life. It's in the spirit world from the fourth dimensional world to ninth dimensional world. That is his finding at the moment in his 20s, before he revealed in the general public the developmental stages of love in the laws of the sun. Before that, he noticed there are dimensions in the spirit world from fourth to ninth. right? It's corresponding to the stages of love, right? So if you purify your mind and find love in yourself, the more purer your love gets, the more higher your stage of mind goes. All right. So this is this section. Let's go. The fourth dimensional world, the astral realm, and hell. The fourth dimensional world is close to our third dimensional world. So its inhabitants have very strong earthly feelings, like us living on earth. And usually the spirits have shed their physical bodies and live in this fourth dimensional world as astral bodies. These spirits are characterized by the fact that they have not sufficiently realized they are dead. Or even if they are slightly aware that they have died, they are not aware that they are children of God and that the world was created by God. Yeah. So if you are not aware of that, you are a child of God. You are in this stage when you return to heaven, fourth dimensional world. All right. So among the souls of the dead, those who are not much tainted by evil and who wish to contribute to live their earthly lives form the world called the astral realm and inhabit it. On the other hand, those who are tainted by evil, who need to cleanse away their evil, who continue to grieve or complain or pain even after death, and who continue to strongly cling to their earthly lives, make up the realm of hell. So this is a stage where it divides into hell or heaven, depending on your stage of your mind, state of your mind, right? So let's watch the lecture, not the movie of Eternal Law, Laws of Eternity, that describes precisely the stage of fourth dimensional world. Let's go.
Ryuta!
Look! Wow. The door. This must be a dream. If it isn't a dream, the next most likely thing would probably be... Ow! Ow! That hurt, Roberto!
See, it's not a dream, Patrick.
I've had enough. I don't want to be in this eerie place. I'm going back.
Patrick,
But how do you think you are going back?
I can't believe this is happening. I don't understand it. How could we come all the way here without knowing how to get back home?
Just calm down, Patrick.
Calm down. It's easy for you to say, joke face.
This is the way I always look. So why don't you just shut up, all right?
What did you say? What's going on?
God Eagle.
Thank you so much, God Eagle. You saved us.
The spirit world is a world of the mind. When your mind is disturbed, you inevitably fall down into an appropriate world.
You mean by that? Are you talking about the world of hell?
God Eagle, where are we?
In the fourth dimensional posthumous realm, where people who have just died come and experience the surprise that they are spiritual beings. Here, they are able to realize and get used to that state.
So do all deceased people end up here?
No, first they go to a particular place, and then they come to this town.
A particular place?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, if we may.
We can, Yuko. You know that we all came here to meet Edison.
It looks like I agree with Roberto for once. Let's do our business and return as soon as possible.
You must get used to the spirit world, or else you will probably find some trouble. If that is all right with you.
No, we'd like to see that place too.
Okay. So like this, the spirit world is the world of mind. So if you have the bad thinking and say it, the ground of the spirit world is broken and you will go to hell at the moment because your mind is like hell to say abusive words towards others in the spirit world, or even you think the bad thing towards others. That is time to break the ground of the spirit world and fall into hell. Okay? Then, to return back to the stage, at least fourth dimensional world, you need to calm your mind intensively. It means the mind is under your control, always. This is a requirement to be in this world. Otherwise, you will go to hell after life. Of course, the average of your state of your mind in this world decides the stage where you go back. So it's not the only time to fall to the hell when you are getting angry at others. So you can reflect on it and remove the anger from your mind, and you can go back to the original state that you have in heaven. If you continue it, you can go to the heavenly world. But the average is determining the stage where you can go after this life. So let's be very carefully to pondering your state of mind, everyday life. Yeah. The mind is very fragile. To build up to the calm state is very difficult, but breaking the calm state is very easy. So we go on this difficult way to keep our mind or state of our mind calm everyday life. This is a very first discipline for the Happy Science members. And then let's go on to the fifth dimensional world. It's called the spirit world in a narrow sense, or the goodness realm. There are good people in this realm. In a broad sense, both heaven and hell are the spirit world, but I would call the fifth dimensional world the spirit world in a narrow sense. Yeah. Most of the inhabitants of the fifth dimension had first entered the astral realm after death and were brought up to this spirit world after having been more or less aware that human beings are children of God. All right. This is a requirement that you are aware of yourself as child of God. At this stage, the fifth dimensional world. Yeah. Like God Ego said in the movie, you need to have experience in the fourth dimensional world to know yourself as child of God well. Otherwise, you are tempted by some temptations. So you will go to hell when you get anger, or you get angry, or you get conceit, or you get greedy, even in the spirit world. As you live on this earth, spirit world, I mean the fourth dimensional world, is like that world as this world we are living in. So people have feeling like us in this world. So you have greed, you have anger in your mind, and then you will go back to hell. And you will reflect on it, you can go back to heaven, at least the first dimensional world. And like this, you are disciplining yourself to control your mind, and you find yourself as a child of God. You are goodness. You have a goodness in you. And then you transcend to the next dimension, fifth dimensional world. Those who lived as good citizens on earth live in communities in this spirit world, fifth dimensional world. However, they still do not fully know God's truth and are learning the truth from those of higher realms. Yeah. So the next realm from the fifth dimensional world to the sixth dimensional world, it's called the light realm. Its realm and the realms above it are often referred to as the heavenly world. Okay. The one who receives gratitude gets rich by the amount of gratitude they get. This is the world in the sixth dimensional world. Sometimes when they meet a nice member of the opposite sex on the street or in a meeting, they may feel admiration or feel excited, which might be called a romantic feeling, but there is not much sexual sense in it. They always think about the love for God and the love from God, and the love of human beings feels less attractive to them. Yeah, actually, this stage, people focus on the love for God or love from God. That means people are seeking truth. Because of love for God, they are seeking truth. This is the stage, the sixth dimensional world. Right? So you need to learn about truth in happy science. We need to seek the righteousness of our mind. This is a discipline to love God, right? The same meaning, loving Lord, and seeking the truth. Between them, the same meaning in it. All right. So the upper stage of the light realm is inhabited by the light of angels called various deities. They continue their spiritual training to advance into yet higher realms while also teaching God's laws in plain language to the inhabitants of the light realm and below. The enlightenment of those in the right realm, six-dimensional world is, in a nutshell, the enlightenment of intellect or the enlightenment in the field of philosophy or ethical philosophy. Yeah. So this dimension is defined by the truth, the knowledge of the truth. Okay, defines this dimension. So fifth dimensional world is defined by goodness. Okay, and the first dimensional world is defined by time. Right? This dimensional world is three-dimensional world. Yeah, and then next is the element of time in the first dimensional world. If we go to the high up to the first dimensional world, we need to know another element of the dimension, time. And if we go up to the fifth dimensional world, we need to know the element of goodness. And if we go to the sixth dimensional world, we need to know the element of the knowledge of the truth. Right? Then we go to the movie, The Law of Eternity.
It's gonna be a long walk.
Why don't we fly there? Come.
What? Do you mean us too?
The spirit world is all about thoughts. You can fly if you think of flying.
Look! Yuko's flying!
I know. You have to visualize you're flying.
Visualize. Okay.
Wow!
Well done for the first time. Hearts of the people in the fifth dimension, realm of the good, are filled with thoughts like gratitude toward what's given and the joy of doing things for others. There's the town.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's all because of you. What's that light?
These people don't feel like asking for anything in return. But whenever their gratitude reaches someone, a warm light appears to show happiness.
We feel the same way on Earth, don't we?
You feel warm inside when you do something nice for others.
People who had a lot of those experiences will be able to come back to a beautiful world like this.
What's this?
This is the door to the sixth dimension.
Is anybody there?
How do we get in?
It is all about your dreams and about your ideals. That's the key to entering this building.
Dreams and ideals.
You should all ask yourselves what is in your heart.
My dream, is to go to college through a referral from the school principal and be asked to join an international company where I get to be the chief researcher. And then I marry my beloved Eliza and have 5 kids.
A dream is not a desire. It is more of an aspiration. What is it that you are all making efforts for?
I wonder.
It seems like you've all passed. I can see that you are all quite advanced souls.
Where are we?
In the 6th dimension, realm of light.
Okay. So here, people seek the light from God, or it means love for God, love from God. People feel love from God, and people feel gratitude and return the love from God. That's love for God. One form of love for God is appeared as the attitude to seek the truth. Yeah. So this stage is defined by the knowledge of the truth that I said. Is like a love for God. If you have love for God, you want to seek the truth because you want to understand the love from God, the heart of God, and you need to seek the truth. You learn the truth. Yeah, this attitude is needed here in the 6th dimensional world because of your love for God. Okay, so this is the stage of 6th dimensional world. And this love for God is more purified in the 7th dimensional world. Yeah. Okay. So this is a developmental stages of enlightenment. At the same time, in the 4th dimensional world, there is a stage of love called instinctive love. Like, yeah, he said that was like a desire, not the aspiration or dream. Okay. So there's a difference between desire and dream or aspiration, right? If you have just like a desire for the other opposite sex, this is like a instinctive love. Just like you seek the love for yourself, not for the person. Yeah, this is one direction from you to the other. But love is between people, interact feelings, right? And then next will be the fifth dimensional world, that is a goodness realm. We need to go up to the fifth dimensional world from this stage of instinctive love to the fundamental love, where you know the love is unconditional, right? So you love without wanting any reward. This is a stage of fifth dimensional world. The next will be the sixth dimensional world. This is the stage of nurturing love. This is like a love with wisdom. You need to love others with wisdom, because if you don't know wisdom much, when you give love, sometimes the love just indulges the others, not bringing up, but make their feeling indulged like that. So we need wisdom here. The wisdom is called love for God or knowledge of the truth. Yes. So in happy science, at least we need to be here in this stage. We are learning any aspects of the truth one by one. And we get the truth within us to practice it within our soul. And then we can take it to the heaven after we die. Okay. This is called wisdom. And if we get the many amounts of the truth in your soul, you will be going back to the sixth dimensional world at least. Yes. So let's learn the truth, any truth by Master Hokawa. Not pick the truth, but we all accept any truth from him, right? This is the attitude. Yeah. All right. So the amount of the knowledge of the truth determines where you go back to, right? So let's go to the next point in the sixth dimensional world. In addition, the right realm has a real side called real heaven. It is part of the sixth dimension, but is inhabited by those who have attained enlightenment through austere ascetic training. While they were alive in the phenomenal world, they became enlightened through physical practice and not through intellectual pursuit as others do. The real heaven has the Tengu, long-nosed goblins, realm, and the Sennin, hermit, sorcerers realm. You know, the monsters. Yeah. In other words, it is a world of psychics. Many of its inhabitants were religious practitioners while they lived on Earth, but they misunderstood their psychic powers for enlightenment and are unable to reach the world of true love and compassion of God or Buddha. These spirits often guide the people who practice hypnosis, astrology, onomancy, magic, or psychic healing on earth. All right? So this is the world with force or psychic power, but without love. We need to be very careful about it. If you seek only the power without love, you go back to this rare heaven. Your figure will be like a monsters, right? Not beautiful and excellent. But they have a faith in spirit world. Yeah, they have a interest to the spirit world only, not God or Lord. And then they can use their spiritual power towards others, like a magic, psychic, right? Healing or something like that. Spiritual power. Then they will be like a monsters. Okay. It's already taught in the script of this book in 1984 before founding Happy Science. This is the astonishing fact. Master's law is not changed from the beginning. Yeah, just we follow him. Just we need to be like a suitable state to learn the truth. And then master open the new laws, the secret of the spirit world towards humankind. And we are advancing towards the brighter future. Let's do it. Determine make up our mind to go further with him within he is alive on earth. Okay. So let's go to the next movie about seventh dimensional world. The final movie.
This is the Narrow Gate, or so it is called.
Why? I mean, the gate looks big enough to me.
So it may seem, but in reality, not that many can go through it. Behind this gate is the seventh dimension, Bodhisattva realm. However, only those who possess the prerequisites of an angel can reach that stage.
Prerequisites of an angel?
Actually, from now on, you will all be given a task to accomplish. Each one of you will have to heal and cure 10 ill people.
That's the test to joining the angels. Well, isn't that right?
I'm good at taking care of people, 'cause I've always been looking after my grandfather.
Let's do it.
Up to the angels' world we go.
Ruta!
We're back.
What's going on?
Where are Ruta and Yuko?
They've gone to the Angels' world.
Huh?
The two of you should wait here.
What do you mean? Are you trying to tell us we failed the test?
But we have really done our best.
Indeed, you did a good job, but were your intentions pure?
Hey, this one isn't mine. Oops, I'm really sorry. My mistake. Oh, come on, I'm doing my best. I'm tired.
Now, we can enter the angels' world. I've done my best, so people should be thankful. I bet God will appreciate my effort.
Then how about Ruta and Yuko?
The two of them were different. They had absolutely no thoughts about being appreciated, or thoughts about being thanked. Helping others was natural for them. And that is the state of mind of an angel or a bodhisattva.
Okay, so this has a great lesson. Yeah. When you're giving love towards others, if you have no intention to be pure, to give love, that's not sometimes love. Because the goodness and love is different. Okay. If you are thinking of doing good things towards others, but your inner mind, your intention is tested here. If you have true love for others and do good things, you are like an angel's state of mind. But if you do good things for yourself, it's not love. Yeah. So love and goodness is not the same. Please know it. If you go up to the seventh dimensional world, the world of love, you need to be more purified in your mind. You need to know what's going on in your mind always, every time. And then you grasp your true love in you and you practice it. You just manifest your love as giving love. Yes, this is the most important discipline for us right now. So we transcend from the sixth dimensional world towards seventh dimensional world in the year of laws of Messiah. The laws of Messiah is about this love. If we have true love or not in our heart, yeah, it's not completing the discipline this year. Okay. All right. So this is a conclusion, the seventh dimensional world, the Bodhisattva realm, whereas the sixth dimension is made up of those who have attained the enlightenment of intellect or of physical practice. The seventh dimension comprises those who have attained the enlightenment of love. Love surpasses knowledge and power, right? So the seventh is above six. Right? In the other words, the enlightenment of the seventh dimension can be expressed as the enlightenment of Mahayana greater vehicle, which transcends the sixth-dimensional enlightenment of Hinayana lesser vehicle. We can at least say that the inhabitants of the Bodhisattva realm all think of living for the sake of others. Okay, let's do the prayer session right now. Please have love towards others, not for yourself, to conduct Kigan prayer today, right? Lord Alcantara, Master of all color, the primordial Buddha of the great universe, who has been guiding humanity from the beginning of creation. Thank you for giving us your great wisdom and mercy every day. Please guide those of us who are taking the ritual prayer today to actively participate in realizing the ideal of the Lord with faith in you. Kazuyo Sugiyama. Beverly and Mercado. Chie Fukuhara. Mick Matsuda. Prayer for exorcising evil spirits. O Lord, may you grant me the power. O Lord, please give me the force to exorcise the evil spirits. O Lord, Alcantara, no evil spirit can withstand you. No devil can defeat you. O Lord, please assist me. O Lord, please fight beside me. Light, cross, light, cross, El, come, forward, fight. light, cross, light, cross, el cantare, fight. Oh Lord, I thank you very much for your guidance. Bigly and Cardo. Chie Fukuhara. Peter Foucault. Prayer for recovery from illness. Oh Lord, El Centauri, in the name of the Lord, nothing is impossible. All evil spirits fear the Lord. Every cause of illness must dissolve in the light of the Lord. O Lord, may you change your light to love and cure my illness. I believe in you, O Lord. You are omniscient, omnipotent. Ramu, Thoth, Vien our crowd, Ophelis, Hermes, Gautama's daughter. O Lord El Centauri, the omniscient, omnipotent, please pardon the wrongs. Give us the energy to live by, and courage and hope. El Cantare Healing. El Cantare Healing. I thank you for your guidance. Kazuyo Sugiyama. Setsuko no Mi. Prayer for success. O Hermes, may you give me the strength to progress. May you let me feel the breath of success. With you as my ideal, I wish to become like a clear wind of love, blowing through all the world. O Hermes, please give me success and make my dreams come true. Thank you for your guidance. Lord Alcantara, thank you very much for giving us a great right. We'll offer our sincere gratitude to the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for your guidance and love. We pledge to spread the truth throughout the world, from Hawaii, with the greatest spirituality, from the Fuji Kingdom and the Mu continent dynasty. Thank you, Lord. All right. Okay. Thank you for joining today's service. So see you next week. Aloha.